Hello, dear traders. This is Alex Gerchik. Today we have a webinar about the homework. I tell you honestly, you would never believe it, and if you do, trust me, that's exactly what I do. 90% of my success, 90% of my success, it's a homework. I never leave to trade without the homework. I mean, what I do in the homework, I do everything. I try to first, I'll explain for you. I don't like to trade from the market for one simple reason, because I don't understand what's going on. So when I trade from the market, the situation can change at any time, and I'm not going to be able to see the stock. I'm not going to understand what the company is doing and what's going on. But when I trade from homework, when I see exactly, like I have a plan and what I've done, I feel extremely comfortable. Next few minutes, I'm going to talk about it, and then I'll show to you exactly what I mean and how I'm doing it. Every single stock I trade, I mean every single one, it's the stocks from my list. What I usually do, when I start my trading career, I used to spend for homework about at least 3 to 4 hours a day, sometimes even more. On the weekends, I used to spend 6 to 7 hours a day just to go over the stocks and do the homework. Why? For one simple reason, I put a scenario how the stock is supposed to go, and I watch out for that particular stock, how basically it's going to work out. So the job is very simple to understand if the scenario that you wrote, it's going to basically be one for one with the movement of the stock. A lot of times people trading from the market. What does it mean to trade from the market? You open basically a filter. The stock is there. It was a gap down or gap up. It was a news or something else. And you see with that particular stock, you don't understand anything. You don't know the news. You don't know the float. You don't know the buyers. You don't know the sellers. You just see the stock opening much lower, and you start to trade that particular stock. And usually, it's very hard to trade from the market. What I do, it's completely different. I go through the homework. I put the stocks on the list, and I trade those stocks according to scenario, according to the basically my trading style. If I trade the false breakout, I trade the false breakout. If I trade breakouts, I trade breakouts. But the very important thing, why I think the homework is extremely important, why I think it's everything. When you have a homework on a list, like in a piece of paper, you write yourself down what exactly you're going to do, how you're going to do. If you basically do that, um, you don't have an emotions for one simple reason, because you just wrote everything in a paper, and all you do is just open a piece of paper and you go step by step, like, I'm looking for the stock to long the stock, I'm looking to get stuck at that particular level, I'm looking for the false breakout, I'm looking to put a stop that particular place, it was a false breakout or it was a breakout or anything else. So basically, when you have everything written in the papers, it's much easier to trade, because you have zero emotions. What does it mean? In that particular case scenario, when you have zero emotions, you just trade according to your scenario. You don't have to worry about, like, for example, oh my God, I put the stock in the list and then the stock just opened $3 higher or $4 lower, and I don't know anything about. So the job is very simple. It's exactly, you know exactly what to do. So right now I'm going to show you, hold on one second. Right now I'm going to show you a piece of paper, not piece of paper, I'm just kidding, the Excel page, how I trade and what it's all about. Okay, what do you see here? It's the way I do homework. It's my system. This is a semi-automatic system. It's called Yeva. We just call it Yeva. I mean, it's all real. This is from 2015, so I'm showing to you something that's worked for years already. What does it mean? This system is the system of the false breakout. But in order not to basically go crazy, I put everything in a piece of paper right here in a page to understand exactly what I do. So if you see in a column, hopefully it's going to help you guys. In a column on the left side, you have a direction. You see here you have short, here you have long. If there's nothing about the stock, no levels, none. There you have a level which is going to be probably executed. That's the price you're going to get executed the stock, or you see multiply by 2, it means the take profit a lot of times, where basically you're going to get out. So if you enter 64, the first take out, it's going to be at $66 a share. right here. If you go long at 24.50, the first time you get it out, 25.38. Right here, you have a symbol, name of the stock. Then if you have a short, this is a level short fake. What does it mean? It means if there is a level, so the stock has to basically break 1605 up, then break 1599 down, and you have a stop price. Not a lot of times in every case scenario you have a stop price. So in this particular case, you have a stock which basically looking down, and you know exactly what to do with it. In another case scenario, you have a company, let's say AAN. You have a symbol. You see, sometimes it does not isolate the take because probably there's a very big directions up or down. In this particular case, is down. You know the price 29.10, 28.85. So 29.10 is the level short. Fake, it means the price is supposed to break up and then basically break down to 28.85. In this particular column, you have targets. Usually, what I do, my first target is 2 to 1 for one simple reason because I have more than 50% profitable trades. My basically take is a less than 3 to 1, usual one. It's a 2 to 1. Then it's 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5, 6, 7, and 8 to 1. And only in the other case, once basically the scenario give me 8 to 1, then basically I take the position manually and I hold the stock. Right here, the re-entry point. What does it mean, the re-entry point? I mean, obviously, you understand if you got a stop order, if you basically lost money at one single point, you can re-enter only half of the previous position. Sometimes position is very strong and you basically can trade re-entry 1. What does it mean? You enter exactly the same trade as you've done before as original trade. Maximum number of shares is 2,000. You know, somebody can say it's not too much. As you can see, maximum value per position, $18,000. It's not too much, but don't forget, we can basically hold sometime between 100 to 200 positions at the same time. So obviously, I do need the scenario in order to work out with the number of shares. This is the manual position entry, manual position ratio. What does it mean? If I'm getting entry point with the manual and not semi-automatic, I'm going to only do a 0.03 position. This is the initial entry. If I do manually, 0.5. Usually this is the time at the latest when the position can be executed. You see, so 1558, if the trade did not get executed, you see, trade is getting canceled. And this is the symbols again, you see. Sometime basically you get in the position out, how many longs, how many shorts. You see total was 366 orders. So usually it can be probably 100 position. But so what I'm going to show you, that's, you should understand, I'm going to show it to you that there's a lot of different position. You see, practically, um, 366 orders out of 1800 stocks. So as you can see, I didn't get special for you. Right now, as you can see, every single stock, you see, this is the homework. I know one thing for a fact: what to trade, how to trade, which stock to trade, at what price to trade, where I put a stop. You see, sometimes with the relative risk, I take a little bit less. Usually it's 1, and sometimes when it's a risk much bigger than normal, I take as a 0.6. I'm taking the risk a little bit lower. It's all dependent on the volatility of the stock. But I know one thing for a fact, as I said before. Take a look. I don't think I have a homework. As you can see, it's always the prices. Okay, so this stock got executed, and this is the take where it says 26. You get long 27.44. You sell in the stock. You know where the fake at what price, where the stock has a stop order. You know what price supposed to bring. So you know one thing for a fact: everything and anything right there in advance. It's all prepared. I'll show you another day. Take a look. Prices sometimes changing. As you can see, I'm doing the homework every day. Let's see how many. It was 366 orders as well. You see 366 orders stays. So probably nothing new there. 367, one stock just add. Let's see one more time. You see 367. So just one order got added in one day. So what I want to show you, my friends, so it does not really matter what you do. If all of your trade anticipated before it's going on, it's much easier to trade. Let's just see, for example, one trade, ENZN, just for instance. Okay, this was a day of 407, and the price of the trade 106. So right here, and this is the first take already. So 106 ENZN, and this is April of 2000, April of 2015. ENZN. April of 2015. Take a look. We'll go again. I'll show it to you as you saw it. The price for the stock was okay, $6. All right. Okay. It was a perfect trade. Perfect trade. Take a look. April, $6 right here at the price. Take a look. $6, $7. That's the price got executed. Boom. Take a look. The stock went up almost 80%. So, my friends, what I wanted to tell you. Very important thing. Hold on one second. Very important thing. I trade for almost 20 years. Next year it's going to be 20 years. I don't do any single trade without homework. I just don't do it. I put everything in the paper. Obviously, let's talk about the time. If you trade forex market, obviously you don't need much time. You can be finished, let's say, within 30 minutes. There's not a lot of instruments. If you trade American futures, it's not a lot of instruments. Only when you trade American stocks, there is a lot of instruments and it's going to take a lot of time. So if you trade the United States market, you should spend no less than about 3 hours a day just to build in the homework. And if you trade every other market, probably 30 minutes to 1 hour, it's enough. My advice to you, put a very deep analysis, very deep analysis. Put everything you want to know about this particular stock. I'm talking about just the technicals. I don't trade fundamentals. I don't look at the fundamentals. I trade only technical stuff. So my advice to you is very simple. Put everything you want to know, like which levels, where you're going to put the stop. Is that a false breakout? What's the direction? I mean, my advice to you, put everything in the scenario. You'll see, first of all, how fast, how fast you're going to grow as a trader, because the more you're going to write it down and more scenario you're going to follow, it's going to be much easier for you to trade. Thank you very much. Today we talked about the homework. All the best. It's been Alexander Gerchik and a Gerchik and Company. Thank you very much.